good, everybody? Welcome into the Early Edge. Feeling good today. That's because there's a lot of reasons but PGA Championship is off and running at Kiawah Island, and it's been spectacular. Hopefully you all watched and learned from our golf episode with Rick G that it was in your feed. You still go back and watch it if you want, but now the tournament has started. We will have an MMA-only episode recorded here in a little bit. Bellator tomorrow night, UFC on Saturday, and our guy Ian Parker is primed and ready for another big week just for you. Last night here on the show, we were happy with our NBA picks, 1-0-1. Thank you to the Warriors for losing, but also covering, and then the Grizzlies pushed as well. So kind of a ho-hum day otherwise, but our NBA bets we're really, really happy with, and we feel good about today for a lot of reasons. But one very big one, look who's back on the show. Let's bring in the stars. Oh, my goodness. The Maestro is back. What's up, baby boy?
Hey, it's so great to be back, guys. And one thing Coach didn't mention, which I enjoyed, was listening to the NFL Futures podcast that you had with RJ White and explaining why the unders in the win totals are really good. And I already jumped on all three of his under plays. I love it.
Thank you very much. I really enjoyed doing that. I learned a lot from RJ, as we always do. But, yes, that is in your feed right now as we speak. Don't forget, follow us on YouTube. Hit the subscribe, hit the notifications, all that. You know what to do. All right, M Squared, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Like you said, it's awesome to have the Maestro back on the show. It just feels good. And also the stuff with RJ, I cannot recommend that enough. Pay attention to those off-season and early season stuff from RJ. He is an absolute wizard and is tuned in more than anyone I know to the National Football League.
It's amazing. And you're absolutely right. It just feels like something's missing when the Maestro's not here and when you're not here. We're building a nice show and a nice show unit. So when somebody's missing, it just feels a little bit off. But guess what? We're going to be on today. Damn it, we're going to be on. Let's go. Storylines that could affect the betting lines today. M Squared, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, just basically going to look at some baseball weather spots. The Tampa Bay Rays, Baltimore Orioles, based on a pretty large sample size of games, we're going to see a pretty decent uptick in scoring overall expected just from a weather standpoint. Also going to be at Wrigley Field, massive low air density spot, big wind blowing out, almost up to 17 miles per hour in some spots. My simulated total is very high on this one. So watch for this one as the lines get posted today. Definitely a nice over spot in that one. And then Houston and the Oakland A's, typically one you have to be careful with when you watch that wind blowing out because the way the ball carries at the nighttime games. This is an afternoon game, so it's going to be about a 15 to 20% boost to overall scoring in that one as well.
Oh, and there's going to be baseball all day. It's a Thursday, so there's a lot of afternoon action so teams can get away and get into their weekend series. All right, the NBA playoffs could not have started off better than last night with the Warriors and Lakers, LeBron and Steph. It was just an amazing game. I know, Maestro, you're on something with the NBA today.
Yeah, Coach, I've been talking to my buddies about how these playoff props are going to be a little bit tighter. The lines, when they don't have to put up hundreds of props for 10 to 15 games a day, the lines are going to be tighter. And we saw it last night. Curry, 36.5, ends at 37. Davis, 25.5 points, ends at 25. I had Draymond over 16.5 rebounds and assists, and it goes down 7 seconds left. He gets credited with the rebound when he tapped the ball to Poole, which was beautiful to see. But 17. These lines are tight. I still think there's a lot of value in certain spots, but it's just amazing how good the odds makers are.
It's crazy, and that's why we need somebody like you who is arguably one of the best prop guys in America. And we've got another prop, amazing capper, going to start with us in July. I'm really, really excited about Prop Stars starting with the show as well. All right, let's jump right into it. It's time for our betting card today. We're going to start, as always, with our plays from the SportsLine models. Don't forget, use the promo code EDGE. If you're not already a SportsLine member, use the promo code EDGE. You're going to get 30 days for free. All the simulations, all the cappers, anything you could possibly want. Be a part of the family. Join SportsLine right now. All right, here we go. Over 5.5 goals in the Florida Panthers Lightning game. These two teams have been scoring like crazy. The last game did go under, but throughout the year, throughout the start of their series, it's just goal after goal after goal. This is a graded A play at SportsLine. 59% of the time it will hit in our simulations. We're going to go over tonight, 5.5. Now, let's stay in the NHL. The Islanders minus 115. Matt Severance is giving us this pick from SportsLine. He has been amazing with his NHL picks. Now, he tells us only 4 regulation losses for the Islanders at home all season. The Penguins only 3 games above 500 away from home all season. Probably not going to have Evgeny Malkin either. He's one of their best players. So we're going to be on the Islanders minus 115 at home as the series switches to New York City. Our final play from SportsLine, we're going to the NBA. The Pacers looked amazing in their first play-in game, scoring 144 points and blowing out the Charlotte Hornets. The Wizards looked awful in losing their play-in game to the Boston Celtics. So we're going to be on the Pacers on the money line today. Now, we're getting this to SportsLine. Our simulations all season on money line picks. How about this? 22-8. That's good for a return for a $100 better of over $1,000. So we're going to take the Pacers on the money line to win the game plus 130. All right, it's that time of the show. You know the drill, son. Come on, M squared. Give it to me.
All right, Coach, it's a rare day that we have model value on the New York Yankees, but that's what we have today. Minus 121 on the money line. I'm also taking them on the first 5 run line, minus a half a run. That one's coming back at plus 120. Love this matchup for him on the road against Dunning. I know Dunning has been great so far with a 309 expected weighted on base average. Domingo Germán has been right there at the same number. However, I like the way this Yankees team profiles and their ability to potentially hit a sinking fastball, which is what Dunn is going to throw about 60% of the time here. I like that they're on the road getting that guaranteed 9th inning team at bat for our full game wager here. I think that they can bust one open against Dunning and this Rangers bullpen late in the game. I make them 58% winners in the simulations, implying they should be closer to minus 138 in the model. So at minus 121, it's, like I said, a very rare moment that we get Yankee model value, but we have it today. Second play, Boston Red Sox. Got them at plus 120 here. Nick Pivetta on the mound against Mats. Mats has been decent and has a lot of strikeout upside, but really only against left-handed hitters. Boston's going to have 7 right-handed batters in the lineup, including Kike Hernandez at the top of the lineup here. Hits left-handed pitching very well. It is an underrated boost to this Boston Red Sox lineup. And then on the other side, Pivetta, he's been very good. He's much better against right-handed hitters. The Blue Jays are likely only going to have 1, maybe 2 left-handed bats, as they are an incredibly right-handed lineup. I think Pivetta can manage this one. At plus 120, it's nice value, as they should be plus 105 in my simulations.
Oh, and they played really well yesterday as well, Mikey, winning 7-3 over those same Blue Jays. Hopefully they can do it again today. That's a rare Thursday evening first pitch, 7:37. All right, as we said, great to have our leader back. Maestro, you're up.
All right, talking about that playing game with the Wizards, I'm going to look at Hachimura over 13.5 points. You know, Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook, they need some help. And this total, almost 240. There's going to be points scored. He's coming off a bad game, but look at the 3 times he faced the Pacers. Over 30 minutes in every game, 27 points, 26 points, 13 points. That was his worst game, but he played 35 minutes. Pacers give up the second most points to opposing power forwards. You know, Bertans struggling, 0 of 7. Somebody's going to have to step up. I was reading a lot of stuff about the Wizards and how banged up they are, especially Beal and Westbrook. I know they'll show up big tonight, but they need help, and this is the matchup for Hachimura, over 13.5. And then I'm going to have some strikeout props later today on Twitter.
Yeah, don't forget, follow our man on Twitter at Larry Hartstein, as he gives out at least one, but usually multiple props as the numbers come out later in the day. So we're not guessing in the morning. We wait for that number. So give him a follow, and we always retweet. But he is a great follow, especially if you are a props guy. All right, we are up against it. Grab your paper, grab your pencil. Here it is. M Squared, he's on the Yankees today a couple of times. For the full game, minus 121, and then also on the first 5, laying the half a run, which means they have to be up by a run at the end of 5 innings to win this bet. That's coming back at plus 120. Then he's also on the Red Sox, plus 120 over the Blue Jays. Now, the Maestro, right now, just one play. Hachimura over 13.5 points for the Wizards against the Pacers tonight. And then from SportsLine, we're going to go over in the Panthers-Lightning game, 5.5 goals. Islanders minus 115 over the Penguins tonight. Then the Pacers on the money line plus 130. Our Jewelers Gym parlay of the day, just a two-way today. We're going to go Yankees on the money line and the Panthers and the Bolts over 5.5. You put those two together, it's going to give you a return of plus 218. I feel really good. I feel really good about today. PGA Championship, baseball, basketball tonight. This is a sports bettor's dream, and we just gave you the secret sauce. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window. For the maestro, great to have him back. For M Squared, for Chief, still sleeping. Chief still sleeping. And Greg, do not call me Gary, our incredible producer who always handles our social media stuff as well. I am the coach. Remember, this is the only place for your NFL futures, for your MMA, for your golf, whatever you need. That is here on the Early Edge. Good luck. Do you want best bets in your feed every single day? All you have to do is hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Early Edge.